Hello everybody, this is Zoe from No Safer Place, and today I am here reviewing one of the best things I have ever seen in London before. And that is Six the Musical. I first heard of Six at West End Live last year. I then saw a performance that they did on This Morning, and I was kind of unsure at that point, but I really loved the idea behind it. But when I heard that it was being transferred back to the West End after their tour, I was so excited and had to get tickets. So it was the 20th of February for the 4 PM performance. This show is only 75 minutes long, so it's definitely one of the shortest musicals I have ever seen. I had downloaded the album in December, and I had been listening to it on repeat since then. I didn't really know any of the background story and what the show would involve. All I knew was that I absolutely adored the soundtrack and I was so excited. So I was sitting in the second row. I will insert some pictures here of how close I was and what the set looked like. There was a little cafe/bar beforehand where you could get cocktails of each queen, which I thought was amazing. I didn't have one because it was a little bit early for me to be drinking, but I thought that was such a clever idea. They had a merchandise stall there, which was really good value for money. I just got this programme, which was £4. And then I also got this pin, which I think was also £4. Like, how absolutely gorgeous is that? I'm not sure if you can see, but it's purple and glittery and amazing. And then I also got a water bottle as part of my birthday present, but my birthday isn't until next week, so I don't have that to show you yet. So let's get on with the review. It is at the Arts Theatre in London, which is really near Leicester Square. And the show is based on Henry VIII's 6 wives. But the queens that we all know so well are doing a pop concert type thing, and they take turns in battling out to find out who is the greatest queen and who experienced the most hardships, who had the most trouble in living and being in a relationship with Henry VIII himself. That is kind of the premise of the show, and then each of them has one of their own songs to highlight what went on in their life, all the hardships that they faced, or not in some cases. And it is really comedic. It is really light-hearted, it is full of fun, and that is really all I can say about the plot, because that is pretty much all that happens. And it may sound a little bit boring, but it's really not. Obviously all the queens are female, but also there's an all-female band, which I thought was absolutely amazing. It's not often that everyone in a production is a female. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere. So this show definitely is representing all the women. It also has an insanely diverse cast, which I absolutely adore. There's women of every colour, women of every shape, women of every size, and I'm living for that. Each queen is brilliant and unique in their own way, and I think even though I'd heard the songs and knew them all so well, seeing them be performed took it to a whole nother level. My favourite queen has always been Boleyn, but mainly because I love Millie O'Connell, who plays Boleyn in the production. When I got there and I saw that Millie wasn't there and Vicky Manser was playing Boleyn, I must admit I was really downhearted. But I shouldn't have been, because Vicky was absolutely insane, which you can probably see from when I filmed the end of the show, the mega mix section, which I will leave a link in the description box below if you want to check that out. So Millie O'Connell as Boleyn is usually my favourite, but when I saw it live, oh my god. Natalie Paris, who plays Jane Seymour, is out of this world. I have a special connection to her song Heart of Stone. When my dad was diagnosed with heart disease and he was about to have a triple bypass, I listened to this album the whole way down to see them, because they live a few hours away on the train, and I listened to this song Heart of Stone on repeat. This was the last time that I was seeing him before he had his surgery, and I just sobbed and sobbed, and ever since then, every time I hear that song, it really sets me off because I get memories of it. So to see her perform it live, and if you think the song's emotional when you hear it on a soundtrack, oh, wow, it's something else in person. I can feel myself tearing up now just thinking about it, because it was so powerful, so profound, and honestly, it was the most beautiful thing ever. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about each queen and the song they sing, a little bit about their story. So Catherine of Aragon's song is about how the king wanted to annul her. Catherine of Aragon was married to the king for a very long time and then found someone new in Anne Boleyn, and this song is about how loyal she's been to him and how she's never done anything wrong, and she's not going to grant his annulment because no way, there's no way. And her life as being the first queen. She is so badass and fierce in this song. I frigging loved it. So the next queen is Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn is a little bit ditzy and a little bit dumb in this show, which I think makes it really, really funny. She is very self-assured, very sassy. Her song is about her rise from coming over to France and meeting the king and basically telling him to get rid of Catherine of Aragon because she was his new queen. Sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head. Jane Seymour's song is called Heart of Stone, and it is about how devastated she is to lose her son and how no matter what Henry does, she will always love him and always support him. Pretty much that even though she's gone, she's still there with her son and looking down on both of them, and yeah, it is gorgeous. You got a good heart, but I know it changes. So Anne of Cleves is next, and she sings a song called Get Down. Her song is the funniest song by far. She kind of makes out as if she's had this awful life and she's really been dealt a bad hand, but basically she's living in a palace on her own doing whatever the hell she wants because Henry divorced her because he didn't really find her that attractive anymore. And honestly, her song is so funny. She is also really sassy, really fierce. Love her. Sitting here all alone on a throne in a palace that I happen to own. Bring me some pheasant, keep it on the bone. Next we have Katherine Howard, or Katie Howard. Her song, when I heard it the first time and when I heard it on the soundtrack, had always been pretty funny and light-hearted to me, but when I saw it on stage, it is a lot more sinister. So it is about how she falls in love with men too easily and they're only ever after one thing, but she doesn't realise that until she's fallen in love with them and she thinks that they're different and she's kind of just had enough of it and she doesn't want it to be like that anymore. She doesn't want someone that's just after her because she's attractive and they want to have sex with her. She wants something much more than that. So although it is fast and upbeat, it definitely has a more sinister message behind it and it really is quite heartbreaking. And then the last one is Catherine Parr. Again, when I heard this on the soundtrack, I didn't really know the meaning behind it, but when you know that it's a letter to someone that she really did truly love, that she had to leave because Henry VIII wanted her and she didn't feel like she had a choice, so she had to leave behind this person that she loved and kind of say to him that I don't need your love anymore. That was also kind of heartbreaking. So yeah, the last few songs are really quite touching and I feel like a lot more powerful on stage. The costumes are absolutely insane. The lighting is fantastic, the staging, the choreography, everything about this was epic. I went with my godmum and she is nearly 60 and she also frigging loved it. So we are going back again in a few weeks because we loved it so much. And then there's also 3 extra songs that I haven't spoken about. The first one is the introduction, which gets you in the mood for the concert, which is called Ex-Wives. And then there's a really trippy one, like halfway through, called House of Holbein, when he's looking for a new queen after Jane has just died. And wow, that song feels like you've just taken drugs and you've been transported to another place because that song is crazy. And then the last song is called Six. And that's the story of how they wish their lives had been, how they wish it had turned out if Henry hadn't been in their life. And it's just such a feel-good concert. I cannot recommend it more. When I say it's a show, I feel like I'm not giving it enough credit because to me it feels like a pop concert and there is so much energy and passion into every performance. It blows my mind that they do this every day because they are incredible. All of their voices are absolutely insane. I am going back because I definitely want to see Millie because I really do love Millie. I would highly recommend it. I think if you're not really a fan of Henry VIII or the Tudors, I probably wouldn't advise it, because obviously that is all the show is about. But it is really uplifting. I left in such a good mood and on such a high, especially because at the end they do a remix of all their songs together, which you can record, and that's the one that I uploaded to my YouTube channel, which you can check out. It is just so good. I cannot recommend it enough. If you've seen it, let me know what your favourite song is and who your favourite queen is in the comments. Mine is Anne Boleyn and Don't Lose Your Head for sure. But yeah, I feel like I've rambled on enough. It was such a good atmosphere that day. It was pretty much sold out. And yeah, I just wish that there were more productions like that, ones that leave you feeling frigging amazing. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Also subscribe if you liked this video. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell, because I upload new videos every Tuesday and every Saturday. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you would like to see more of on my channel, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you!